Friday and TGIF for sure. So I'm going to be doing a video that is like in a response to Bree's video, but because I have a super fun story, let me just tell you. But I have like a couple things I want to tell you about first. So Brooke's birthday was the 4th, I'm sure as most of you know, and my stepmom in Colorado decided to send me something, and at first I was like, what the hell is this? And it actually turned out to be like the most amazing thing ever. I stole it from her bed, and I'm sure she's like freaking out right now, but um, this is called a hoodie, and it's mushy with like little beads, and it's about that big, and it's lavender. Like it smells like lavender. And I did some research, and it comes with this cute little tag, and it tells you put me in the microwave, and you put it in the microwave for like a minute, and then you like I pull it out and I shake it up a little bit, and then I put it in bed with Brooke, and she sleeps like phenomenal. And it's nice and warm, and you snuggle with it, and it's all cozy. So like this thing is amazing, and I actually might get one for myself because he's like super cute. Um, so I'm going to eat my Amish bread. I made it last night. And I'm going to do my video for my drunken story. And I have quite a few drunken stories. So I'm going to tell you my favorite one, which is the one that was about, I think it was 3 weeks before we found out we were pregnant with Brooke. Now, let me just say, it was determined that by the time I went to this drink to get drunk, I was very freshly, newly pregnant. I had no idea. I had no symptoms. Like, it just happened, like, literally, like 3 days before I went out. And, so I did not know. If I had known, I wouldn't have gone out drinking. But there's the forewarning for y'all. I will be drinking my Mike's Hard. It's like a raspberry type thing. And it's actually really yummy. And because I don't really drink anymore, it actually gets me like really drunk really quick. So to breathe. Okay. So I was turning 22 or 22, and my husband and his friend George and I went out for my birthday, like the actual day. I think it was like a Wednesday, and we decided, I was like, let's go get drunk. Oh no, it was a Tuesday, because I remember it was Taco Tuesday. So I was like, let's go get drunk. I really want to get drunk. I wasn't able to get drunk for my 21st birthday, and I and Eric's like, great, we'll go to Mill. Now in Arizona, there is this, like, I don't know how long it is, but it's this huge street that is lined with bars and clubs, and like it's for the college, because the college is like a block down the way, and it's called Mill Ave. It's super fun. If anybody ever wants to go there, go. So we go down to this place called the Tavern, and it's not open anymore, unfortunately. And we meet up with like George and one of his other friends, and he's like, "I'm gonna get you drunk," because I didn't really get to drink for my 21st birthday. I think I was working, and like birthday, and then I got a beer, and Eric's like, "Let's get something to eat," and I wasn't really in the mood for tacos, so I got hot wings. Like I ate like 12 hot wings, and they were actually really good. And then they're like, you should do a running naked. And let me tell you right now, you are only legally allowed to have two running nakeds in the state of Arizona because of the content of the alcohol. It's literally, I think it's 10, 6 to 10 different drinks in one. And it comes in like a 8-ounce glass, and there's a shot glass in it, and it's like layered. There's like beer and a shot and, a bunch of different things. And so they're like, let's do it. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. I just want to get drunk. So I drank this drink running naked, and it was not bad at all. It was actually really good. And then I'm like, let's go. Now let me mind you, I'm wearing like super cute leggings, a super cute shirt, and I'm wearing stiletto boots. Like they were like this tall stiletto boots. I still have them. And so we walk down the street and we go into this it was like a bar club type thing, and they're famous for their slushies, their alcoholic slushies. So it's like a slushy and then they add alcohol or something. And so we go in there and we're sitting there and Eric's like, "Oh, it's her birthday, so they give me a shot." Well, by now I'm starting to feel it, and I'm like starting to get the woo drunky. And so I noticed there's a huge like jar of cherries on the counter as I'm sitting there drinking my drink. And I'm like, oh my god, cherries, these look yummy. And the bartender's like, yeah, do you want one? I was like, yeah. So I reach my hand in and I grab one and I stick it in my mouth, not even thinking about it. And to my disbelief, I was shocked with a mouthful of straight moonshine cherry. They were soaking in 100% moonshine, which is basically like drinking alcohol, like rubbing alcohol. And so that was pretty hysterical. And then we went to like 4 different bars and we were taking shots. And I am like wasted out of my mind, like weaving on the pavement, like talking to strangers. And then after I get to a certain point, I get tired and I get crabby, almost like a toddler. It's kind of weird. And pause for drink. We decided to go home because I had to work the next day, and so did he, and so did George. So we go towards the vehicle. Now, at the time, the vehicle was the motorcycle, and I'm so drunk I can barely stand. And I try to like sit on the motorcycle, and Eric's like, no, 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 you're not sitting on the motorcycle. So he puts me in George's truck, and we like get driving home, and I tell George I feel like I'm gonna have to puke. So he like pulled over and ended up like not puking, and we keep going. And we're driving down the highway, like doing like 80 miles an hour, and I start puking my guts out. Like I shove my face outside of his truck, and I'm hurling as we're driving down the highway. And I apparently was trying to climb out of the truck, and I think it was to be courteous to George because I was trying not to get it on the side of his truck. So I'm like hurling, and his best friend is like grabbing me by the seat of my pants and is telling me to sit down. And he's like, don't fall asleep, talk to me, what are you doing? And then finally we get home, and I like stumbled out of the truck, and I fell on the ground. I started hurling my guts up again. And Eric gets me in the house, and he gets me to the bathroom, and I'm like hurling. Well, do you remember when I mentioned I had hot wings? I hurled hot wings to high heaven for that whole night. And I'm sitting there hurling, and I remember saying, oh my god, I'm never eating hot wings again. And Eric and George are in the kitchen drinking a beer because they're unscathed, laughing at me, think it's hysterical that I'm puking at my guts. And George goes home, and Eric gets me into bed, and he gets me a bucket and a glass of water, and it was the cutest thing ever. Like, I was so cute when I woke up and he had taken care of me. And I remember 90% of that night, and needless to say, I have not touched hot wings since that occasion. And 3 weeks later, I found out that I was pregnant with Brooke, and I obviously didn't drink like that while I was pregnant. I had a couple drinks like occasionally I had to drink a beer. But that is my favorite drunken story. It is still one I get crap for to this day because I puked out his best friend's truck, and his best friend had to run that truck through the freaking car wash like 4 times because it was hot wing vomit on his truck. And the good part is I never wake up with a hangover. So I got up and I went to work the next day like nothing was wrong. And yeah, that's my favorite drunk story. I'm not drunk, but yeah. And so, oh, another thing I wanted to say is I have a walker. My daughter started walking, and I'll try to post a video. Oh, maybe this way. I'll try to post a video of her doing that if I can do that. And she's getting another tooth, this one. And I think that's it. So, like Bree said, do you have any fun drunk stories? Any times where you got so drunk you didn't know who you were, kind of thing? Or puked out of a vehicle like I did? So, hopefully, we'll see you guys next week. And have a great weekend. Bye, mommies.